Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my thoughts on the Monochrome Manga Club selections for the month of April. So the Monochrome Manga Club is an in real life manga club that I host, and we're currently doing 2 full series reads and 2 first in a series reads. So our first in a series reads are Volume 1 of Otaku X Gal. This one has story by 138 Neko, art by Shochu, published by Square Enix Manga, rated teen. We also read Volume 1 of Divine Incursions. This has the original story by Omi Kifuru and art by Koya Ashitaka. This one's published by Yam Press, rated teen. We also read Volume 3 of Land of the Lustrous by Haruko Ichikawa, published by Kodansha, rated teen. And we're also reading through Dr. Stone. So we read Volumes 10 and 11. This one is by Riichiro Inagaki, published by Viz, rated teen. So as we are not at the beginning of Dr. Stone or The Land of the Lustrous, I will not be talking to you about my thoughts on those today. But if you're interested in hearing what I thought of the selections, you can check out my Desis 19 diaries. With that being said, let's go ahead and tell you my thoughts on our first in a series selections. So we'll start with Volume 1 of Divine Incursions. So in this volume, we are following our 2 investigators here on the cover, and they basically go to investigate supernatural, cases, supernatural mysteries, weird things that are being kind of reported to their agency, and things like that. You can see there are really big body parts on the cover here. There's more of them on the back cover here. That's one of the cases that they are investigating in this volume is Titanic, I think it's what it says. Body parts falling from the sky. So they do investigations of things like that. In this particular volume, we follow them doing 2 and probably 2/3 of cases, because the last case that is in this volume does not have its conclusion in this volume. With that being said, I will tell you that I did enjoy reading this volume. It wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it was going to be, though. The mysteries themselves are rather short because, like I said, there are 2 and about 2/3, I would say, of a case in this volume, and there aren't that many pages. So the stories themselves are rather short, which can be really nice if you're looking for something to just spend a little bit of time with and then put it down and then come back to it later type of thing. These cases, though, I feel like they could have had so much more potential to expand on things in the story. Just a lot more things that could have happened in them. The stories could have been longer. I could see that these stories could have been expanded to fill a volume each, but that's not the type of deep dive that we're getting into this series. So while I enjoyed the mysterious aspect and the investigation and the types of cases that they are investigating, which kind of feel more on the mythological nature in this particular volume, I was a little bit disappointed because I did expect to enjoy this one a lot more than I did. Even though I didn't enjoy this volume as much as I thought I was going to, I will definitely be continuing to the next one to get a better feel of my thoughts before I actually decide whether or not I'm going to continue throughout the series. This definitely fits into the types of things that I enjoy reading because there is a definite mysterious aspect to them. And I am very much a mystery reader and very much enjoy supernatural type mysteries, especially. And this one fits the bill in for that very, very well. I will say, because we are just a bit off of the March Mystery Madness readathon, if you are interested in participating in March Mystery Madness, this one would definitely fit in there very well. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say on this one. So enjoyed it, not as much as I thought I was going to, but will be at least checking out the next volume. And then we have Volume 1 of Otaku X Gal. I really, really enjoyed this one. So this one is about a guy who is an otaku. he really enjoys drawing. And so he tends to draw a lot during class. And he really just wants to kind of blend in. I think it says to the background. Blend into the background. Yeah. On the back of this volume, it says he wants to blend into the background. But he just wants to be inconspicuous. He doesn't want eyes on him. He just wants to do what he enjoys and just kind of be almost invisible like. But one of his classmates who happens to sit around him notices his talent in art. And so she is somebody who is very into fashion and like nail designs and things like that. And she is trying to like do her own nails and do these hairstyles that are very hip. And she just can't do it. And so she asks him to help her paint these really elaborate like press-on nails. That's kind of the first thing she asks him to help her with. And he's very reluctant because this girl is, you know, pretty popular in school. And he's basically, you know, somebody who's not really well known. So she eventually is able to talk him into helping her. And so we kind of follow the two of them with this kind of project, I guess you would say, because it starts off with the nails and then it expands to hairstyles and how the collaboration is kind of helping both of our characters in different ways. I really enjoyed the story. I thought it was very sweet. There is a feeling that there might be some romantic feelings that might start to pop up maybe later in the series. You can kind of feel like they're definitely getting closer in this volume for sure. But I really thought that this was super cute. It was very entertaining. I enjoyed my time reading the story that was going on between these two characters and seeing how our male character was like trying to figure out how to do like nail design and what paints to use and how he went about like doing the things that she asked him to help with. It was just really, really cute and interesting. Just the type of thing that I really, really enjoy reading, especially when I want something fast but still entertaining. And I'll definitely be continuing to the next one in the series. So looking forward to watching them collaborate more on different types of projects. And I think that's pretty much all I have to say on our 2 first in a series selections. So with that being said, let me share with you what we will be reading for the month of May. So as far as our series reads go, you know that we will be continuing with Dr. Stone with volumes 12 and 13. We will also be continuing with Land of the Lustrous, volume 4. And for our first in a series selections, we have volume 1 of Ayashimon. This one is by Ichikaku, published by Viz, rated older teen. So this one says, when the Enma Syndicate's chairman dies, Japan's supernatural underworld is turned on its head, leaving gangs of Ayashimon poised on the brink of war. Urara, the late chairman's daughter, has plans to come out on top, and she's found an unlikely ally to help make it happen. Maruo, a human who dreams of being a manga hero. Maruo always wanted to be like the characters in his favorite manga. Unfortunately, his training efforts have paid off a little too well. Now he breaks everything he touches, can't find a job, and wins every fight too easily. However, when he encounters a girl being pursued by a group of thugs who turn out to actually be monstrous Ayashimon in disguise, it seems like his real-life manga story is about to begin. So, I think this is going to be really interesting. Again, down the supernatural genre, and it's something that I really enjoy a lot. So this one sounds like it's going to have a little bit of comedy in it, and I'm really looking forward to it. So that's going to be our first in a series selection. And then our second first in a series selection is going to be volume 1 of Heaven's Design Team. This one is by Hebizo and Suta Suzuki, art by Tarako. This one is published by Kodansha, rated teen. So I've had this one on my shelf for a while. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. It says it's now a hilarious anime. This isn't your average design agency. Their assignment, make the animals that will populate Earth to God's exacting specs. As the rejected designs pile up, literally, the team may worry that they'll never get it right, but that's often when inspiration strikes. The result might be a giraffe, a koala, or something new, weird, wonderful, and real. Welcome to the Wild Thing Factory. So it sounds very interesting. Lots of animals, obviously. I do like the art style that I'm seeing here on the cover, so really looking forward to finally getting into this. This is, like I said, one that I've had on my shelves for a while. It was first published in 2020, so in English anyway. And so, yeah, definitely looking forward to finally checking this one out and seeing if it's going to be something that I enjoy. So those are the volumes that we will be reading in May. So let me know down in the comments below if you have read any of these volumes. If you are interested in participating in these read-alongs, you can definitely do so by either reading the volumes and letting me know what you thought of them down in the comments below on videos like these, or you can join our Discord, which is linked in the description box below. And if nothing else, and you'd just like to let me know that you are here, if you could leave me some kind of supernatural emoji, like maybe a ghost, down in the comments below for Divine Incursions, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.